Should you buy Mortal Kombat 1? If you only care about the story and you aren't a die-hard Mortal Kombat fan, then your answer is no. You can easily watch the story on any YouTube channel, and in fact, you can watch it online. Now, if you're a hardcore fan of the series, then it's a no-brainer. Go ahead and buy it. You shouldn't even be watching this video if you're going to buy it. Now, I typically ask myself, how much entertainment am I getting out of my purchase? I value my time more than anything else, and I would like to spend it wisely along with my money. For example, I typically use Call of Duty as a measuring stick to buying a game. For example, let's say you have Cold War. You buy Call of Duty Cold War, you have the campaign, you have the multiplayer mode, and then you have the zombies mode. You have 3 ways to play the game. And at the time, typically you spend $60 to $65 on a game nowadays. Now they're going up to $70. So you gotta divide the game itself. Does it have enough to offer for its price? With the basic version of Mortal Kombat, you're gonna get the campaign story mode, you're gonna get towers, you're gonna get some sort of new invasion mode. Maybe it wasn't Mortal Kombat 11, I don't remember it because I didn't play invasion if it was in Mortal Kombat 11. And then you have the online 1v1 multiplayer mode. So you have 4 ways to play the game. Now, the story mode, in my opinion, is so freaking good. Kudos to the writers, because I was shocked at how this unfolded. It gives a fresh start with the series without trashing the previous storylines from the past games. I love what the writers did with some of the characters, especially when they're first encountering with each other and how they explain the why factor. For example, why does a character have this problem, or why does this thing happen to them? Let's just say Kenshi might be the Mortal Kombat's version of Kenny, at least to me. So I would have to rate the story a 10 out of 10 because they nailed it without squashing past character development. Now, let's talk about the invasions mode. And I say it like that because personally, I do not like this mode. To me, it is so boring, and the encounters, they just seem lazy. For example, when you fight Reptile and you can clearly tell it's a Reptile on its health bar, you'll see the name Hatchling. Or when you go against Kung Lao, you'll see Junior Monk. Like, come on. Did they even try to spice it up with some special items and unique ways to fight, or force you to fight a certain way? I wish those developers got their time used better. Maybe adding a longer story mode, or even adding on the towers, adding on a special effect. This mode really does seem like it could be something you can get off the game store on your phone. It just has a really bad interface on the map, and maybe it would be better if you could free roam on it like you could on any RPG game. The fact that you have to walk on a straight line and you have to follow unlocked pathways and walk around in a sluggish way, it doesn't really sit well with me. But I'd have to give it a 0. I just don't find anything entertaining about it. It's lazy, it's simple, and you could like that. You could enjoy something like that. Maybe there's people out there who are gonna scold me about the invasion mode. Hey, if you love it, you love it. That's okay. Let's agree to disagree. I don't, you may, but I gotta give it a 0. Now, let's get the towers. Towers is the usual basic mode itself. Plain and simple, you fight to the top of the tower and you choose the distance and difficulty you desire. Once you beat your tower with that specific character, you'll get a little bit more information about what's coming up with them, what has happened to them, and so forth. As someone who loves character development, and this is a welcome feature, I'd give this a 10 because you really can't nitpick towers. It is a really good game mode, but does it serve a justification of being part of an expensive package? Well, I would say so. The game itself is pretty fun, But I mean, you're only getting so much for $70+, you know? And I bought the most expensive one so I can get the game early, so I can get the Mortal Kombat pack and all the extra goodies. But to be honest, you don't even have access to the Mortal Kombat pack. You can't even use the characters that were advertised. You know, and a lot of the characters you can play as are fun, but you're still missing some main people like Jax. You can't play as Jax, you can't play as Sonya, you know, Kano's not even in the game. There's a lot of characters you cannot play as, and they're just sidekicks. And getting to sidekicks, I mean, I love the feature of them. It's something different, but it would be nice to see if you could play as them and not just have them sitting in the background. You know, it's just a head scratcher to me. But if I had to give a verdict, should you spend the money on this game? Well, simple answer once again is no, with stipulations. If you're tight on cash and it's gonna pressure you and like, should you buy it? No, just no. Hold off on it, wait. You know, it's not worth it. Personally, I bought it because I love the story, I love these characters, and I love what NetherRealm has done. But they have to give more to justify $70 on a game. I enjoyed my experience, I really did. I love the game, I love what it had to offer, but I cannot justify $70. You can use that money for food, you can use it for gas, you can use it for a bill. There are much more better ways to utilize that amount of money. You know, if you have a lot of money to splurge and throw around, sure, go buy the game. You will love it. You won't be disappointed. I loved it. Me as a Mortal Kombat fan, as a casual fan who understands the story, I loved it. And if you're a competitive gamer who loves fighting games, you're gonna love it too. I'm mediocre, and if you're seeing these gameplays of me, you know, I'm okay. I'm not the best Mortal Kombat player, but I just love the game itself. So there's gonna be people who are way better than me. They're gonna scold me or say you're garbage, you're terrible, and I may be. You know, I like to think that I'm decent, you know, but I did have some trouble doing some combos, and I'm still struggling to even do any fatalities or brutalities. I don't know. I hear there's also some special controller setting you can do to your gameplay. I haven't looked into it, but personally, if you have the money, buy it. If you're tight on cash, hold off on it, wait for it to go on sale, or if you want to wait till your next payday, go for it. It's worth the buy, but you really can't justify it. So I hope that is not too confusing for you. Some people think about it too much. I'm one of the people who think every little detail. Yes, no, maybe so, with stipulations like I said, but I hope you get enough context from this, and I hope it's not too, just shut up already, dude.